Hello and welcome to Outside Xbox. This is Show of the Week. I'm Andy.
And I'm Mike, and this week I achieved the best stealth performance of my video game career in Hitman.
Oh God! No, they've heard you.
The sad thing is that is actually true. You gotta stop hitting things in the face with busts. You're a bad influence on Jane.
Nice.
Yes.
Now get him.
Get in.
Where is Jane anyway?
Oh, she said she wasn't coming in this week because of Overwatch.
What's Overwatch?
I'm detecting intruders.
Hang on, Athena.
Did someone say Overwatch? I'm really into Overwatch. Hi, by the way, this is Jane. Overwatch, then, is a multiplayer shooter from Blizzard, the developer behind Diablo, Hearthstone, StarCraft, and Warcraft.
The hunter lays a trap for his prey.
The name of the game is perky, team-based online shooting in colourful futuristic maps. Well, I mean, actually, the name of the game is Overwatch, but only because they didn't go with Shootcraft, like I told them to. And though Blizzard doesn't have a great deal of experience making first-person shooters, they have a fair bit of experience at trying their hand at new genres and nailing it first time. So, is Overwatch to shooters what Hearthstone is to online card games, and what World of Warcraft was to massively multiplayer online role-playing games? You know what? It could be. Overwatch combines clever, richly detailed maps with 21 varied and appealing heroes. Check out this roster of kooky, diverse oddballs. There's a gorilla, robots, women. What won't they think of next?
Psst, what are you looking at?
Each hero has a small selection of distinctive abilities which variously make them more effective at offense, defense, support, such as healing, and tanking, by which we mean soaking up a lot of damage from the enemy, not failing really badly, although I often find the two go hand in hand.
That's tickles.
We've come to expect Call of Duty style progression in our online shooters, which is to say days and weeks over which we labour to unlock a new kind of red dot sight and the power to run slightly faster. In Overwatch, on the other hand, all your heroes' abilities are available from the get-go, even their most powerful ultimate ability, though you have to earn each use of this within a match by playing well and filling your ultimate meter.
I've got you in my sights.
You can also switch between heroes each time you respawn, which allows your team to respond to the composition of the enemy team with just the right characters to mess them up.
This was stopped up.
In this way, Overwatch pulls off the trick of being accessible and deep, inviting teams of master tacticians to combine the abilities of contrasting heroes for best effect. So, I predict big things for Overwatch, which is why I'm at home and not at the Outside Xbox volcano lair today. I'm training up so I can move to Korea and become a pro Overwatch player.
Are you with me?
Sorry, should I have led with that?
Oh hey, I just came in to get... Is that a bus?
Nope.
Anyway, I came in to get my sunglasses. Nice outside. I thought I might go for a bit of a wander around London when we're done.
I get all my information from video games and they tell me that London is a terrible place.
I mean, you could just look out.
It's a terrible place. Just look at Tracer's home turf. The London map in Overwatch is the darkest, bleakest of the maps. Here in King's Row, tensions between humans and robots with artificial intelligence are the highest in the world apparently, which makes us Brits look like a bunch of dreadful robo-racists. London is supposedly a glorious city of art, culture, history and diversity, full of landmarks, museums and, more recently, lots and lots of Starbuckses. Try telling that to video games though, which turn our fair city into your classic post-apocalyptic hellscape, only with better accents and worse weather.
They terrorize the world with their power. Enslaved millions.
Wolfenstein The New Order paints a depressing picture of London in the swinging 60s. I don't think the London Monitor has even heard of peace and love.
On behalf of the citizens of London, you are ordered to surrender.
Those dastardly Nazis have flattened the centre of the city and built a huge research facility called the London Nautica. That big runway jutting out the side, that's for spaceships to the moon. I mean, I'm super against both Nazis and the destruction of downtown London, but trips to the moon do sound pretty cool. Probably take less time than a trip on the Hammersmith and City line too.
Whack the shit out of them. They will keep coming at you.
ZombiU's take on London is actually the most realistic representation of the British capital in ages. Not the landmarks, more the bits that look like street cleaners are too afraid to venture there. Forget what you've read in books, foreigners, it's time to learn about the real London. Now, I know what you're thinking, but unfortunately these guys aren't the traditional British booze hounds known and loved around the world. They're actually zombies that want to eat your brains instead of a delicious full English breakfast. It's a frightful situation, but fortunately you have the government-issued cricket bat that every British child is bequeathed at birth with which to clobber them over the head. For Her Majesty!
In 2020, the demons came to London and slaughtered nearly all of us.
Hellgate London was an ill-fated attempt to blend loot-hoovering action RPGs like Diablo with a first-person shooter. If it had done either of those things well, maybe it would have been a success. What it was successful in doing was mucking up our capital city by whacking a honking great Hellgate underneath it and filling the streets with bullet-sponge demons. Hellgate London also bravely included a level randomisation feature which created unique environments from a series of Londony tiles. So if you've ever been a tourist and been hopelessly lost in London's winding, confusingly named streets, then enjoy that. The most dangerous thing about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4's rendition of London isn't the reckless skateboarders hurling themselves in front of traffic, face-planting into fountains and getting into scuffles with the local constabulary. It's not even the rampaging elephant let loose onto the city streets by a bunch of presumably well-meaning animal rights activists.
We're about to free Stompy the elephant!
Guys, his name's Stompy. This is central London, not the plains of Africa. This is a terrible, terrible idea. No, the real danger is having to listen to some of the worst Cockney accents this side of Mary Poppins. It's not physical torture, it's psychological torture.
Hey up! Care to attempt a high score, bloke?
That's not even how you use the word bloke. It's a... oh, never mind. Never mind.
Towers of glass loom over the tallest cathedral spires. Juggernauts of steel hurtle through the streets of London.
Vampire the Masquerade Redemption's hero Christoph Romuald ends up buried in a pile of rubble in Vienna in 1141. He wakes up 800 or so years later in London in 1999.
Christoph, arise, thou art in grave danger.
At first glance, it's a super cool gothic version of modern London with cobbled streets and banging clubs, though I'm not sure this barman knows where he is.
Special of the day is a succulent free-range virgin fresh off the bus from Iowa.
That's a hell of a bus ride. Does it stop at Piccadilly Circus? Unfortunately, it's not long before Turn of the Millennium London is revealed to have a vampire and ghoul spider problem that requires serious attention. Fortunately, Christoph prefers to party like it's $11.99 and still carries a massive sword around with him.
Surely my world has died, and all I love lies buried with it.
Alright mate, it's bad, but it's not that bad.
Now it's time to see what's written in the comments and in the deeper, richer story of the new Doom reboot. Oh, that was the whole thing, I guess.
Nice.
First up this week, your comments on this video about the video game mysteries that keep us up at night. You'd need over 400,000 volts to protect the entire population of the United States, and Vault-Tec built only 122.
There were some game attempts to explain things from you guys, such as this comment from Thomas Mischler. I know this one. Safe House was an experiment by the pre-war Enclave to test human reactions to various situations in confined environments, so that the Enclave would know what to expect when they finally left Earth to colonize Mars.
Alright, I know that's the official explanation from Vault-Tec and the Enclave, but does anyone seriously buy that?
What, that they're gassing people with drugs because it will come in handy on a Mars colony?
Hey!
What are you really up to, Vault-Tec? Come clean.
Commenter SparKirby90 meanwhile says that Robotnik uses the animals to power the robot.
That seems unnecessary.
Yeah, Ibo, there's this new thing called batteries. Why not try those?
And there's an excellent user-suggested mystery here from commenter Despair487. In Ocarina of Time, Link is trapped in that realm for 7 years, and when he wakes up, his ears are pierced and his clothing fits. Why did the sages need to pierce his ears? That, for some reason, always confounded me.
You know how it is, you're watching someone for 7 years, there's a master sword nearby, you get bored.
Next up, your comments on this video of Mike and I repeatedly murdering a chef in Hitman's escalation mode.
All right, Marcello.
God, it's just like going through the motions now, isn't it, really?
You know the drill. Get over here. Get stabbed. Right, thank you. God. I feel like I'm the only professional around here.
Yeah, well, quite, yeah.
Comment of various number is concerned over Agent 47's business model. I'm honestly confused as to how much 47 can charge after performances like some of these. Seriously, anyone who works in a shop is going to realise how overpriced he is.
We got the job done, didn't we?
Most of the time.
What are you... Oh God! No, they've heard you!
On that point, Dark Abandon says, I like how Andy congratulated Mike for his admirable self-control, then wham, failed mission because Mike couldn't stop himself smashing a random person's head in. Mike must be fun at parties.
Oh, what?
Do not pacify anyone. No. Oh my God.
Oh no, sorry.
I don't really get invited to parties anymore, it's kind of weird. Speaking of weird, commenter Jai Aronson asks, anyone else think it's ironic that Freddie Mercury does in fact stop you now?
You're clear to go.
Of course I am Freddie Mercury, of course I am.
Finally this week, your comments on last week's show about Homefront the Revolution and the times America was surprisingly invaded in video games.
Russian planes bypass America's early warning system, and before you know it, Russian troops are parachuting into northeastern Virginia and rolling tanks all over the suburbs. Blowing up family restaurants. And occupying fast food outlets. You bastards, not Burger Town!
Some disappointed Invasion fans in the comments, such as John Bayer, who says, if Freedom Fighters isn't on this, I will be very disappointed.
Oh, that's the one from Hitman developer IO about a plumber saving New York from Soviet occupation, right?
That's the one.
There is one here! Freeze! Don't move, remain calm, citizen!
Whoa, hey, stay cool, man. I'm just the plumber.
Shame IO changed their stance on plumbers in the intervening years.
And commenter Royal Fool says, Andy has built a bunker in the stationery cupboard. So that's why I've not received an order from you guys for office supplies this week.
Now, we don't need office supplies anymore. We're writing everything on our hands now.
I see that commenter Channel CY says, happy 2000th video, guys. Was that our 2000th video?
No way.
We can begin Phase 2.
Phase 2 engaged.
No, we said no to Phase 2.
Oh, what? That's not how I remember that conversation going. Fine.
Phase 2 aborted.
That's it for this week's show, but remember, you can't spell push the like button without you.
Twice. There's 2 U's if you push the like button.
Don't press it twice, that's not how it works.
Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.
Alright, I'm gonna head outside and get some sun.
Oh, you'll want this then?
No, I'll probably be alright.
Sweet, I'll hang on to it.